All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Daily High. I will be your only host, Tone Vase. Matt is partying it up in South Korea. Man, I've only been to South Korea once. It was like in 2017 or something. It's been a while. I like the place. It was really good. All right, we're going to jump right to the charts. I got a call at the top of the hour. This is going to be a quick stream. Just wanted to give an update. Today is Wednesday. We are in the middle of the week. Here is the monthly chart. I really do not like this candle. I do not like monthly candles that have a massive wick at the top. It doesn't matter if the candle is green or red. This is a bearish candle, no matter how you slice it. This candle will have a red tone base volume, uh, and it's not looking good. And the last thing I want to see is a monthly MRI buy. That has not happened often. I think it's only happened like twice. So we never even got a red MRI buy back in the 2018 bear market. We got a couple of red star candles. This candle right here broke the MRI count. The candle in July of 2018 broke the MRI count. I remained bearish, and then we had the big crash in November of 2018. And we almost got an MRI buy candle back in the 2015 bear market, where we came close. We got a warning candle, but we just avoided the MRI buy candle. Had May 2015 gone a bit lower, we would have ended up with an MRI buy candle. And we didn't even come close on the prior bear markets. So this means we only had one. There was one MRI buy candle back in the 2022 bear market. Uh, and we continued going lower. So that was a really rough one. This may look a little similar, with this like consolidated top versus a double top we had. I don't want to see us go into a full blown bear market and make an MRI buy candle. If that happens, that MRI buy has a chance of coming in around 60,000 based on monthly charts. Hopefully, this candle rallies by end of month and we close the month above 94. Closing the month above 94 kind of fixes a lot of our TA problems with the charts. Weekly chart is very similar. Uh, I I mean, this candle is off a little bit. This candle should start certainly lower. For me, I need a bigger wick than the body at the bottom. So the opposite is happening for the weekly chart. I would love to see a lower end wick to create a bullish tone base volume with a red candle is not a problem. In order to do that, the price of Bitcoin needs to close. I would say on a weekly scale, we need to close above 92.50. Now, the weekly scale and the monthly scale are going to be similar. I mean, this week is going to close on the 25th of January, leaving us 1 week to go. So I would love to see the week rally and close above 92.5. However, when we look at the daily chart, the chances of that are not very high. Now, if we can rally and close the week above 92.5, basically above this blue line, I'm going to raise this blue line at this point. I want to raise it to 92.5. That is my, I feel comfortable going into next week line. Maybe 92. Let's go 92. Anything above 92 on this weekly close, I will be very comfortable not very comfortable, but I will be bullishly comfortable going into next week, still looking for an MRI top at 100K resistance. The daily chart, this is what's going to make it very challenging for us to break 92 at weekly close. We are on candle number 5 of an MRI downtrend. The moment we got this red star candle and the way this red star candle played out, things do not look very good. And then 2 days later, we broke both moving averages that had a beautiful golden cross to the upside. I'm going to go ahead and delete that arrow. And now we are stuck below both of these moving averages, and things are not looking very good. And therefore, the trend on the daily chart is to the downside. The monthly and the weekly have some hope. The daily scale, however, is as bullish as charts get. We are also sitting near lows. The fact that we made a swing high and a new daily high close, you know, kind of gives us a little bit of optimism that, hey, if we just made a new high, all we got to do is establish a new low, and we are still in the area of a higher low, not new low, but higher low. And we're still in that area of higher low, even though we are lower than the lows of early January. We are still higher than all of these lows going all the way back to November. We have this sticky MRI acceleration line and closing below 83,000. All hell is probably going to break loose. Closing or not even closing the day, giving us a red star candle, breaking, because if we have a MRI buy candle at 84,000, we can then rally back to 90 and stuff. But if something like this happens, we catch the MRI buy at 84, we then rally into the moving average depth cross at 89. Guys, all hell is gonna break loose. It's probably gonna do something like this, and I don't care how many bitcoins Michael Saylor is buying. Uh, if I see this pattern playing out, and I see a daily and weekly red star candles right here at 84, I mean, I think we're gonna be going down for like the next year and a half. Like this can get real ugly. This is what we really need to avoid. Really need to avoid that. And it will have a lot to do with the overall economy and what the hell the United States is doing around the world. Well, I'm not really worried about this yet, but it could be something to keep in mind. I got to get Mark Wood on the show actually. Let's see what his thoughts are. In the meantime, we continue to have this 128-day moving average quickly coming down. That's going to be its own disaster when it's time to break that one. We kind of need some kind of global financial scare, but not too much of a scare. You need like the euro breaking up or something into its own country's currencies, and then every European is going to buy Bitcoin. Every smart European is going to buy Bitcoin. We need, something like that, and that can rally Bitcoin significantly. So we do need some kind of a bullish global event, and then go from there. Okay, so for now, this is very, very ugly and very bearish. On a short-term chart, we're looking great. Markets are about to open in 5 minutes. We got a little bit of a rally here early in the morning. Maybe some kind of economic numbers came out. I don't know. This looks like 9 a.m. Nothing really happens at 9 a.m. Numbers tend to come out at 8:30 in the morning, not 9 in the morning. So not sure what's making this rally. I'll be on with you in 4 minutes. I want to see how markets open. Saylor is not buying paper Bitcoin. If you think he's buying paper Bitcoin, you don't understand how Bitcoin works. I'm sorry. Saylor is buying real Bitcoin. He's just not holding them. That is not paper Bitcoin. Is Saylor buying Bitcoin the way I would like him to buy Bitcoin? No. Is it real Bitcoin? It is real Bitcoin. It's not paper Bitcoin. He's not buying derivatives that settle in cash. He's actually buying Bitcoin that are being held for him by another party. That's very, very different. So you are just incorrect. So the hourly chart looks good, but until we break this blue line at 90,000 on the, that's the 10-minute chart. The hourly chart also looks good. Probably an MRI buy over here. No, we just missed it. Just missed it. A few more hours. Had an MRI buy back here. missed it by one candle, and we had a nice wicks at the bottom. So these are the kinds of wicks I want to see on the weekly chart. I want to see a weekly chart with this wick. Nice long wick. We got something big happening on March 16th. No idea what, March 18th to be exact. No idea what that something big is going to be. But I will keep an eye out for it. March 18th. I should move this to March 18th. There it is, March 18th. We will. Second pi cycle completes. That's big, actually. This is big. Honestly, I think it will be the fork. I think it's going to be the Knots fork. Speaking of Knots fork, there will be a show today with Jimmy Song and myself about Bitcoin Knots and Core. Bitcoin wasn't just a safe haven for Iranians. Bitcoin was a safe haven. Bitcoin's a safe haven for everyone. Okay, Bitcoin's a safe haven for everyone. It's just that for Iranians, it mattered more. If somebody wants to know what is it, so this I have to go all the way back. So if you go to the Tone Base website and you go to blogs, no, you go to publications, product services publications. There was an article I wrote called Intro to Time. And part one or part two? I think it was part one. Intro to Time part one. This article was written in August of 2014. Unfortunately, they've removed all my graphics and all my TA charts because this article is very, very old. This is not my donation address, by the way. So don't donate to it. It was published in Cointelegraph. And I explained there are certain dates in the life cycle of Bitcoin that matter a lot. And I wrote this article in 2014, and I said something minor but important will happen in June of 2015, and something major will happen to Bitcoin on August 11th. This is August 11th. On August 11th, 2017. I didn't know what was going to happen, right? Because I'm not from the future. But I knew that these dates were going to be very important to Bitcoin. And if we now go back and now we're going back in time and see, well, what could have happened? What happened on these dates? Why were these dates important to Bitcoin? And if we back up, here is August of 2015. We had the big Greek banking crisis, and it was very close to the bottom of the Bitcoin market. And if we go to August 11th, it was literally the day that SegWit, like SegWit wasn't even a thing back in 2014 when I wrote the article. I wrote the article here, and on August 11th, the day that I predicted something big was going to happen, that was the day. Excuse me, guys. That was the day that SegWit got basically locked. That was the SegWit lock date. And then Bitcoin took off on its bull market. So these dates. Sorry, guys. I guess the dry fast didn't fix my allergies. These dates are. This was another date, but this wasn't going to be too important of a date, and I made that clear. So now some dates become more important, some less. And this is a big one coming up. That's an important one. This date only comes around about once every 4 years. And it's based on Bitcoin's life cycle. It has to do with, the day Bitcoin was born, and it uses cyclical pi analysis, like a circle. And then every 8 1/4 years, uh, we have a critical day in Bitcoin's life. This is based on Martin Armstrong's Pi cycle, and I'm waiting for something big. I really thought it was going to be a price top because when I wrote this, like months and months ago, when we were pushing 120, I really thought this is when we reach, 150, 160, maybe 180, and that would be the end of the bull run. But it's not looking like that would be it. It looks like this could be the day that the knots fork will fail, and that would allow Bitcoin to rise again. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It could also be a market bottom, so we'll see. Someone writes, we're gonna do an update today, but yeah, I would love to see Gloria Zhao, be removed from anything to do with Bitcoin. I'm not a fan of Gloria Zhao. I'm not a fan of most core developers, actually. I think they're terrible. Matthew Crowder is not interested in coming on my show, but if you would, we'll have him on. Oh, I love this news. This is awesome. The Netherlands introduced unrealized capital gains taxation. Yeah. Bitcoin should be very popular for those in the Netherlands. And the Netherlands, the Dutch were actually some of the first Bitcoin adopters back in like 2010, 2011. It was one of the few hubs for Bitcoin. One stream with Jimmy tonight. Tonight. It'll be tonight. I'm gonna set up the thumbnail now and I'm gonna announce it right after the show. It will be tonight. It will be like in 10 hours or so. Something like it will be evening tonight. US evening tonight. No, I haven't activated my short silver, long gold trade yet. Should I? Let me see. No, gold's still. Oh, gold's rallying, and is silver dropping? Silver's holding steady, not dropping yet. I don't know. I'm so busy with everything that I'm doing. I just don't want to distract myself with trades. It'll destroy crypto in the Netherlands. No, it won't. No. It won't destroy crypto in the Netherlands. Because if you know how to use crypto, let me not say anymore before the Netherlands gets my channel banned. I'm going to wait for the MRI buy. I'm going to look into this trade next week. All right, guys, I got to go. I'm already late for a call. S&P, look at that. Look at that. Look at the rally on the S&P. Did Bitcoin pop as well? Did Bitcoin go up? Not, maybe a little. It went up at the open, market open, but now it pulled back a bit. Hey, if markets recover, Bitcoin has a small chance. There's a small window here. Markets do have to recover. Markets are still at a higher high, higher low. So we're not in a bad situation yet. Here's the daily chart on the S&P. We broke these lows, but not these lows. It's not the end of the world yet. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Thank you all for watching, guys, and see you all on the next one. I'm going to set up the stream with Jimmy. I mean, the rejection at 98 is no different than a rejection at 101, 102. It's the same thing. In the long run, it's the same thing. I just thought it can make it to 100, but it did not. So it's a pretty big rejection. If we can't recover by end of this month, that could be the rejection that sends Bitcoin to 60,000. So be real careful with that rejection. This was the question. It's significant enough to drive Bitcoin to 60 if we can't recover, in the next few weeks and get back to this area of 101, 101, 102. All right. Bye, guys.